Hey everyone, Chaos Giga here, and welcome back to the 1.16 Let's Play series. Today's episode, we are going to start on the slime farm, and it's going to be a double chunk slime farm. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different with this slime farm. I'm going to actually use campfires to kill the slimes off instead of magma blocks with a rail cart system. Just because that system I have to dig down even further, and I don't really like having to mess with guesstimating where the bedrock is. This system I'll actually have to dig down a little bit for the hoppers, and then place a chest grab system, and that's basically it. So the campfires will do all the work for us, and we can just go in and collect the slime balls whenever we need them. I'll make a little AFK spot in it, and go from there. First things first, we got to make the campfires. I've got everything else that I think I'm going to need for now, minus the blocks to kind of decorate the thing, if you will. So we are going to need 9 campfires. So let's go ahead and make those. But basically, this is everything we're going to need. Just a lot of torches, the 9 campfires to kill off the 9 campfires to kill off the slimes, and then we're going to need enough iron blocks, so 16 of them with 4 carved pumpkins to make our 4 golems to attract the slimes to the kill zone, and white stained glass for them to stand on so nothing will spawn where the golems are going to be standing. But I'm actually going to change this around. I usually build the kill zone off to the side somewhere on the slime chunk, but this time I'm actually going to build it in the center. So the iron golem will be in the center of both chunks, so maybe we can get a little bit better payout on our slime balls. Whereas the other farm was basically just made for like a single slime chunk. You could also use it for a double slime chunk too. It's just that most of the time the slimes that would spawn in on the very far end away from the golems wouldn't see the golems because they were more than 16 blocks away from them, so they wouldn't see them. Obviously I'm going to have to travel to my mine, because that's where this is at. So we'll meet you there. First thing I'm going to do when I get down to the bottom of the mine here is I'm going to place a chest so that I can store all this stuff until I get the rest of it mined out, because I haven't really mined. As you can see, I found a double slime chunk. Speak of the devil, that slime's here. So this is the double slime chunk. In order for us to see that, hit F3, hit F3 and G. It shows us our chunk borders. So this chunk right here and the chunk right next to it are the slime chunks. Now for this design, I'm also just going to put glass on the sides so I can look in and see if it's working. The only exception will be up at the point where I'm going to do an AFK spot. That'll be an AFK spot, and I think it's going to be like 25 blocks away if I remember right. I think that's right. Anyway, I'll let you know in the description what it is. But basically, this right here is where the kill chamber is going to be. This is where we're going to have a water input system forcing the slimes that jump down from trying to attack the golem, and then they'll be shoved down by the water into a central kill zone, a 3x3 block area. And up above, we're going to do 4 floors of basically a slime farm. Now, I've dug this out one wider than it needs to be because I want to put in some stone bricks in here to kind of give it a design. As for the floor, I'm really not too concerned what it looks like. The floor can just remain whatever it is, but the outside I want to look I want you to be able to come in here and look at it and be able to tell that it is a building of some form. But the floor I'm really not too concerned with right now. If I want to change it, I can always do that later, but we're going to need a lot of light to light up the area to make sure that nothing else but the slimes will spawn, because the slimes can spawn in darkness or in a high light level. It does not matter. Just the player's closeness to the farm is what matters, really. So I've got, I think I got the first floor, or at least sectioned off, and I might have dug up to a secondary. Started digging up to a secondary before I had to go back and start healing my pickaxe, because I dug out a lot of stuff down here. But I'm going to go ahead and get to work on digging out the rest of this and making the stone brick blocks with what I dig out so I can get this designed. Everything's been stored in this chest here that I'm going to be using for this project. I'll have to use this bucket and this bucket of water to make an infinite water source for down here when I start working on this, but right now I'm just going to leave it the way it is. This will have to remain 3 high, so this floor is going to get removed for the brick blocks when I start doing a 21 by 21 kill chamber down here. Basically, it's going to be like the blast chamber design that El Mango did, but it's going to be for, well, pushing slimes instead of blocks into where we want them to go. And I think this is level, yeah, this is level 11, so we have some play down below. So definitely have to work out exactly where this, let's see, the kill chamber right here. So yeah, somewhere right in here. So I'll have to figure that out as we go, because basically it's an odd number that I'm doing in the center. So a 3 by 3 is kind of going to be difficult because this is basically the center right here. So yeah, and 3 by 3, that's kind of rough to work with. But I'm going to go ahead and dig this out. I'm not going to waste your guys' time with me digging all this out. This will probably take me a couple, 2 to 3 hours maybe, tops, just to dig all this out, if that, because I do have efficiency 5 on my Silk Touch. Alright, so I've dug basically the perimeter of each floor above this out, and I'll work on digging out the centers of them after we get done doing this, because I've got slimes just spawning in out the wazoo down here. Basically, I'm gonna come back later and just do a better design outlay for this thing, but obviously this is the kill chamber. I really don't care what it looks like, but I will actually want to change out this stone so you can actually make out that it's a slime form. Make it look presentable, I guess. Basically, this is a 21 by 21 kill chamber. I've already got it dug out. So since it's an odd number, I got 1 extra swath dug out of the wall there. And on this side, I got 2 more deep dug out here. And then the center is a 3 by 3. That's where our campfires and stuff are going to go. So that's the actual kill chamber. This right here is just going to be something that's built up with walls going in like so, like this. I'll have to move these torches too. Eventually I'm just going to get rid of them. I think that should be enough light level, but I'll figure that out. So basically, I got to build a wall up this way and a wall up over here. I want to put glass in this wall over here and also have a way for me to get out of here because it's kind of bad to be trapped in here with water. But I got to build up the walls. I got to dig that out. So I'll probably come back when I start digging that out. Alright, so this is the perimeter. This is right on the 21st block, so the perimeter counts as the 21st block, really. So you'll have 8 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on all 4 sides of this cube in the center. At least you should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's what we want. So now I can start working on digging down and placing the hoppers and the fireplaces. Or fireplaces. The hoppers and the campfires. So that's what we're going to do now. And I think I'm going to go down one more. Try to go all the way down to bedrock if we can with this hole in the chests, but we'll see. For now, that should be low enough. I want the hoppers to be right at this level here, and the campfires right at this level here. I think that will be fine. Gonna place the double chest first. Then going to run the hoppers into that. Let's just do it like that. And then we can just have the others just feed into those 3 on the end. Like so. Actually climb up here on this one. And we'll just dig out a block here and we'll replace it when we're ready to get out of here. But right now let's place the campfires. Okay. And I'm going to place some stairs right here above this top chest. That will allow us to open the chest. You could actually place glass here if you wanted to as well, but I'm just going to place stairs. So let's grab that. Put it pack. Okay, and that is the kill chamber already. I'm going to actually see how far we can dig down before we hit bedrock. Which looks like it might be... oh, perfect. We're lucky, actually. Dig out these other 2 blocks. And... let's place this bottom one first. One more. I was hoping for at least 4 chests. That I could fit 4 chests in here. It looks like we're going to get that, so that's good. 4 double chests. Perfect. Alright, then I'm just going to fill all this in back here. Don't have to worry about spawning. Actually need to take this out a little bit further. Down to the chest, and we'll just make stair step. We'll stair step it on up to that point. I'm gonna go ahead and dig a path out of here to the edge of the chunk. This is part of what I love about doing some of these big projects underground, because every once in a while you just get lucky when you're just digging through coal blocks or something like that, and you'll find some diamond blocks. So nice. Alright, next step is going to be to fill in all that area that I dug out, which I didn't need to. Kind of did though, because I needed to make sure this was a slime chunk before I even began this project. I'm going to kill that slime too real quick. After I fill that in, I'm going to come back and do the corners, build the corners up, so that way we can start dumping in the water to get it to where we can start pushing these slimes down in there. And you can't hit me! There's so much slime just with a looting 3 sword. I mean, I'm already cut a bunch of slime. It's crazy. Okay, so in order to do this, we have to put a block in the corner, a couple more blocks on either side. And I'm just going to, well, you know what? I think we'll let the torches get washed down into the chest down below. That'll just make it easier. So we'll just dump a water bucket right there. And it'll go out about that far, which is fine. I might as well go ahead and fill in the top portions of each corner too while I'm doing this, because I'm going to fill in the outer perimeter with blocks so that the slimes don't have the ability to jump up on the sides and trap themselves up there and despawn. I'd rather they just get pushed into the kill chamber. So I'll come back after filling all this up to show you guys what it looks like with the water in here, and then I'm going to have a glass window so we can look in here and make sure that everything's working properly whenever we come in, because you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes Minecraft gets kind of screwy at some points in time. Okay, got all the corners filled up, and I've already dumped a couple buckets of water here to make a water source block, so I can grab it from the center and then go to the next one, grab it from the center, go to the next one, grab it from the center, go to the next one, just so on and so forth until we get to the other side of all this. And we want it to have this flow that's going to be pushing it towards that center, so that's what we're going to be looking for. Alright, when it's all done, it should be flowing in like that. It's kind of hard to show you without flying over it, I know, but yep. That's it. It's done. So now we're gonna work on putting some glass in here so I have a window to look through. It's gonna take me a while to get over there, so I have to jump, and there we go. I think just regular glass will work for now. I just want to be able to see what's going on in here. The other thing that wouldn't be too bad of an idea is to probably figure out exactly where the center of this is. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and mine over these blocks. So I think I just want to make sure that I know exactly where that kill chamber is. Okay, perfect. So I want to take care of that before leaving in here, so that way you can do that to all the other floors up above. And it just makes your life a little bit easier when you're trying to make drop-off points for the slime guys. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and worry about mining all the rest of the floors, because that'll take me probably the longest time. And then I'll actually when I get done with the first floor, because the first floor is already almost done, I'll go ahead and start recording how I'm going to do the golems, because the golems is another part altogether in itself. So, and I'm obviously going to have to do something about this right here to prevent them from spawning down here in this area. Might just put a wall up and put some doors on it, and then if I have spawns down here, I can just come in and kill whatever's still remaining in here. But we'll see how much this is going to affect the rest of it. I don't think it will that much. Alright, now we're going to place the first golem, and I'm going to spawn in these golems on glass blocks with fence posts all around them. And the thing is, we're going to have to make this a little bit wider, so it's going to have to be one more wider all the way around. So we're going to place all of these with glass to kind of decrease the spawns. And we'll work on digging out the hole around this where the slimes are going to jump through as they attempt to attack our iron golem. This one little opening here. Let's go ahead and put the blocks in the way they're supposed to be. Place these torches on corners as well, just to make sure that he has enough light in here. Okay. Then place that last fence post. Alright, got our golem in. I'm going to dig out another 3-block wide hole around him, so that way when the slimes spawn in, they try to jump, the big slimes try to jump, they'll hit the roof and then just knock themselves down far enough. As the big cubes get down here, I've noticed in my creation world that the golems can still hit them through the glass, but they cannot hit the golem through the glass. So that's pretty cool to watch, actually. It's pretty funny that the bad mob can't actually do anything. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this out, and then I'll come back and I'll show you exactly how wide this is going to be. Alright, so that's exactly how wide it's going to be around the golem. This is obviously a double slime chunk, so we're going to have a lot of room over here for these guys to spawn in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this side. Not even going to count the sides of the golem, because I think there's 3 on this side and 2 on this side. Yeah. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on this side. So obviously they're not going to have 16 blocks away from the golem, so they'll actually see him and actually gain aggro towards him, and they'll actually run right towards him and then plop right down in there. Now, I probably should have dug out up above him, but that's okay. I mean, I'm just gonna basically do the same thing for each floor, and then when I'm done with that, I'll show you guys exactly what it's gonna look like for finished, basically. The only thing is, I want to make sure this is really well lit up, because if I don't, I could have possible other mobs spawning in here, and I don't want that. And basically this is what it's going to look like for now. Once we get a lot of slime, I might come through and redecorate this a little bit more, make it look more slimy and green, if you will. I might even actually, I'm thinking about changing this floor out for like green concrete later on, lime concrete. I think that'd look really cool for a design slime farm. But for now, this is just going to be a generic slime farm until we have beaten the game, gotten closer towards in-game. Then I can come through and redesign some of these farms into better designed looking things. Just make them look better. Pretty them up, if you will. Okay, there we go. I went and just built a bridge with a few blocks and dug that out, so I don't have to worry about trying to figure out where it's at exactly later on. But these holes are going to be the same all the way up. And I'll test and see, but I'm pretty sure that the slimes will just fall straight down through here. If they get caught on one level's, well, the edge of one of the levels with the golem, it's fine because the golem can hit them and vice versa. But we want to keep some sort of doorway available for us just in case the golems do get injured or die, because that could be a possibility of something that happens. So I always put glass up because I always have a silk touch pickaxe, and that way I can look in here, I can see my golem, and if he's not there on the platform, then I know I need to replace him, so that makes it easy for me. And that's why I built these stairs all the way up to each floor. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off all the rest of the floors, and then we'll work on the AFK spot. Okay, so we got the first 2 floors done. Before I can finish the third, which is almost done already, and on up to the 4th, I need to obviously heal my pickaxe. So we're going to go back to base and trade in some iron ingots to my smiths to heal up, and get some emeralds and probably trade them for some more bricks because I need those for my factory up above here. One of the things we're wanting this slime farm for, or the best reason to have a slime farm, is just so you can get slime balls so you can make sticky pistons. So we can make flying machines for industrial sized farms. And I do plan on making a bamboo farm with a flying machine to harvest automatically for my super smelter. And why is this? Because I want to use bamboo as the fuel source. It's basically an unlimited fuel source for super smelters, and I think it's just the best way to go, rather than using coal on it all the time. Coal can be used for a lot of other things, like cooking your food and just other things in general. But the super smelter is definitely going to be like the first XP farm that we'll have, especially when we get a cactus farm built and everything. I plan on doing that, but first off, I think after we get this built, I'm going to actually look for the end, because I really want elytra, but I also want a lot of shulker shells so I can make me some shulker boxes, because this right here, when I'm working on big projects, I farm out a lot of blocks, and then I just can't carry it all back with me to base, and that's why we like shulker boxes. So obviously that's going to be the next thing on the agenda, is to look for a stronghold and work on getting an ender chest so we can dump our stuff into the ender chest and do whatever we need to do. But yeah, that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to grab some stuff, grab as much stuff as I can to carry back with me, and then heal my pick. So I grabbed about 9 stacks of ingots out, and that's basically what I came up with just to heal the shovel and the silk touch pickaxe, even though the shovel really didn't need it. But yeah, it only took about maybe 5 minutes, give or take, with the trip back over here, and then I'll have to go back, so not bad. So that's why I highly recommend having villagers, trading posts and stuff like that set up, because it helps you early game like so much. Not just with the fact that you can get diamond enchanted gear like early game, but just the fact that you can get your mending items healed like super quick early game. So that's why I love making these villager breeders in the beginning game. Okay, just a little FYI here, I had to expand this gap around my golems by 1 block because I realized while watching in here the 3x3 cubes, the large cubes if you will, of slime were not making it down the hole. They were actually going catty corner like direction. They would get on the outside of the glass block and just keep trying to go after the golem, and the golem was not knocking them off. I have no idea why he's not knocking them off, but he's just standing there watching them. So adding this extra, taking away this extra block allows them to just fly right off into there. So I don't know why that is, why I'm having trouble with that, but just so you know, I had to add another, or take away another block from the outskirt of all of this. And I'm going to do that all the way down to the bottom layer here. Okay, that's all 4 floors done. As you can see, I got all 4 golems in. Now it's time for the AFK area. Now the AFK area actually has to be built within 24 to 32 blocks. Yeah, 24 to 32 blocks away from the outer perimeter of your slime farm. So right here on this wall, that's the outer perimeter. So from the middle of this, in the middle of both these chunks, this way, I'm going to build on the, I think, the second floor. So where this guy right here is, I'm going to build a little tunnel back that way. Now, I don't usually use an AFK spot down next to the farm. I usually AFK above the farm because I have better results. If you've seen my Realms videos, you've also seen that in that slime farm, it's just below my base. So while I'm at my base doing everything, or at the mansion, I should say, which is for everybody to use now, it makes a crap ton of slime. It's so much slime I can't even get rid of it. So, I mean, it's usually always overflowing after maybe just less than like 30 minutes, so yeah. But yeah, we're gonna make a pathway down this way and make an AFK spot down here, and then test out the farm. Okay, so right here on the second floor, before you go up to the third, I went and I dug a 2-wide pathway or tunnel here on the side, and then right here where the middle of both slime chunks are, so FG, 30 blocks back that way from the edge, and that's my AFK spot. We're going to try it out, see how well it works. I'm going to put a couple of doors here just in case, but I don't think anything's going to pop up in here. I need to put some blocks up there too. But I'm going to AFK for about an hour and see how well it does. I don't know how well it's going to do, honestly, because I've never, ever built an AFK spot underground right across from the farm, like I've seen in many other people's farms that I was looking up. So this right here is kind of like a little bit of research for myself, because every slime farm that I've ever built, I just built it underneath my base, or built an AFK spot right on top of the farm up on the overworld up top. And just AFK'd at that, and that seemed to work very, very well. So this will be new to me. So I'll see you guys in an hour. Okay, it's been exactly 1 hour. I'm gonna go see exactly what we've got going on here. If we've got anything going on here, I have no idea. Like I said, this was an experiment for me because I have never built an AFK spot for a slime farm like right across from it. The suggestions were from 20. I think it was 27. It's 27 or 28 to 32 blocks from the edge, or 35 blocks from the edge of the farm. So, as you can see, I built this little room here. Let's see if we've got anything down here at all. I haven't exactly. Yes, we do. We actually have quite a bit more than I expected us to have. That's not bad, actually, considering I haven't lit up any of the tunnels yet. This is my mining area, and there's a bunch of tunnels around here that I still haven't lit up. I haven't lit up the upper area, so if it was nighttime at any point in time in this hour, I wouldn't be getting very much slimes. I do plan on lighting that up a lot more in the future, but that's going to do it, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's first time building a slime farm of that type, so yeah, this is all lit up real well. So first time building the slime farm with this setup, with the golem in the center of a double chunk. I've always built them in the wall and then had the slimes come over this way, but I was noticing that most of the time the slimes that would spawn up in the back area back here, they would just stay back there, keep trying to run off into the corner or whatever, hop off into the corner, and would despawn before they'd even get a chance to see the golem. So they'd have to be like within 16 block range of the golem in order to get aggro on it and then jump off. So I think the next episode we're going to work on going to find a stronghold. I'll form my ender eyes, and about 20 of them, I think, maybe 21, because I want to make an ender chest with one of them. Also work on just finding the stronghold, and then once we find it, we'll go explore it until we find the actual end portal, and once we find the end portal, we will go from there. So basically expect me to be looking for the end portal or a stronghold in the next episode. I will also let you guys see exactly how much I gather, because I'm going to let this AFK for a couple more hours while I am not really doing anything except eating and maybe watching a movie or two. I just need to get a break from all this mining. This literally took me about two days of gaming in here, so about 8 hours to do all of this. So I hope you guys really appreciated what I did here. And do keep in mind that I do plan on taking out the floor and redecorating this with some slime blocks and some lime or green concrete mixed. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas on what I should decorate this with, please let me know. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace out.